If a tree falls in the forest, and then that keeps happening, at what point can you no longer call it a forest? All right, the basic definition of credit is you take the future and spend it now. What are we gonna do with all these? If a tree falls in the forest and no one's left to hear it, what happens to your bank account? Itself an abstraction of a representation of the potential for power. What happens to power when it uses itself to kill itself for the sake of itself? What happens to this Mobius strip of snuff films auto-played on your timeline? Your feed, stream, cloud, or whatever elemental name they give to make you think you need it to live. Because when you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail. When you're a nail, everything looks like a coffin. When you're this country, everything is for sale. Cops don't put lead in your child, the tap water will. So if a tree falls in the forest, but you don't see it as your forest, your house, no one makes a sound. What are we gonna do with all these spines is a wick and your skin is the wax? I'll give you a kiss, just hope these lips are a match. See, the tree is the explosion. It's a seed in a blink becoming its full self. Just like you, it stands on the shoulders of a planet that feeds with streams and clouds as it reaches towards the light. Just like you, most is below the surface. Undeniably alive, but still growing regardless of the names carved in its back. It's still standing. Yo, I've seen trees lock arms, lose entire limbs, and still push a tiny bloom from the scar, open wide to swallow the sun. I've seen trees grow through chain link, turn would-be barriers to bone, turn air, water, and light into life, just like you. So as the world opens wide to swallow our suns, and then that keeps happening, this is when the forest refuses to keep silent. Thank you.